make sure you go in the description box and click the link to go and check out this ebook from Armond Coleman about the United States Air Force and the guide to enlisting. So make sure you go and do that. What is going on, everyone? I am Jaye. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We're going to talk about Randy Moss and some issues that followed his previous relationship from the one that he is in now. We're going to get into why he never married the mother of his 5 kids. Also, claims that he made about her spending $4 million on that COCAlNE. Okay, so we're definitely going to get into this. Now, for those of you who may not be too familiar with Randy Moss, he's a former NFL player, played for the Minnesota Vikings, Oakland Raiders, the New England Patriots. He's one of the best wide receivers ever, okay? Now, he's from Armond, West Virginia. They actually did a 30 for 30 documentary on him. And also very interesting stuff. He's had a very interesting life. Very interesting journey to where he is now. And it starts with his ex, Libby, okay? Now, they dated back in the 90s. And they have 5 kids together. And according to reports, they broke up in 96 due to a bad, confrontation they had with each other. But they've had kids after that. So it might have been an on and off again situation. Because as of the last couple of years, Randy has been, I believe, married to another woman by the name of Lydia. Okay? Now, let's get into the particulars of this situation. Randy Moss is a former famous American football player and ESPN analyst for Sunday NFL Countdown and Monday Night Countdown. He is now new to many, most people are new to him as far as being on ESPN, because he actually was briefly on Fox, and people are getting more acquainted to him on ESPN, his personality outside of him being an athlete. Because Randy, again, he's a very interesting person, let's just say that. But the former NFL player was dating Libby Offfoot. That's how you say her name, Libby Offfoot. I'm just referring to her as Libby. But sadly, the former couple could not take their relationship to the next level, as the two decided to part ways following some issues in their association. Okay, Randy had some fair share of controversies in his past, and includes some ugly brawling confrontations that he had and accusations. Randy was a hero on field, played for several different teams like I mentioned, but people still want to know what happened with Libby. One of the reasons why the NFL player and Libby decided to part ways was heated arguments the two had back in '96. According to an article published by Inquisitor, the former couple got into an ugly brawl which got physical, leading to both getting arrested. Both of them got arrested, okay? And that marked the end of their relationship, as so we may have believed. But back in 2016, the former couple, who shares 5 kids together, Sydney, Sonali, Thaddeus, Montego, and Siley, made national headlines when Randy came with some strong accusations. I remember this back a couple years ago. I really didn't pay much attention as far as making videos on it, but I did find it very interesting because I didn't really know the background that he went on this rant towards his ex. I didn't know whether they were together, whether they had just broken up, but he was very heated towards her. Okay, and I think that's when Randy thought that it would be best if she's not around the kids, because of her allegedly, well, according to him, spending $4 million on that cocoa. Okay. Former NFL player accused ex-girlfriend of blowing $4 million on paraphernalia, on drugs. Moreover, he claimed Libby abandoned their 4 kids, following which the mother of 4 was restricted from visiting their children. Though Moss's accusations became the reason for their split, Libby defended herself and stated that she was drug-free for a long time. Instead, she claimed it was a frame by her ex-boyfriend to distance her from her kids. In an article published by TMZ back in 2017, Libby denied all accusations and claimed she would be dead if she blew $4 million on drugs, and said she has been clean for 4 years. You know, I could understand that. I mean, if you spending $4 million, you obviously are getting that good stuff. Okay, you're getting that expensive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because $4 million can actually go quicker if you're spending like getting that expensive stuff. But I can understand her saying that. But people gotta understand this though. Randy probably isn't just talking about her. He may be talking about the people around her. I think it was also not just her, but the people around her. But because, okay, he knows her and he's had his issues with her, he's gonna put it out there. But I don't think Randy would lie on her. I just don't. I don't think Randy would make something up out of thin air. She's had issues, and I think that she has the same people around her as she did before, and Randy is not cool with that. It could be a situation of a boyfriend that she's still dealing with. It could be family members, it could be friends, and I think he wants to do what's in the best interest of his kids and have them in a stable environment to where they're not around that. So I can understand Randy being cautious. But let me just say this too. Just from what I have seen and researched so far, she has not fought hard to get her kids back. Any mother who is clean and sober, they're trying to get their kids back. And the state rarely, if ever, take kids out of your home as a mother, unless there is extreme circumstances or you've signed your rights away. And it just seems to me that she's okay with the kids being with Randy. Because I'm telling you this, she could have those kids and be collecting all types of stuff, but she's not. They're with him. So obviously there is truth to what he's saying. Libby, in fact, came out clean as she presented reports showing no signs of substance abuse. However, she said she did use drugs in the past. Randy tweeted this. He says, since the grandmother says my allegations are untrue, we're going into 2017 and her kids that we have kids are still waiting. Which means that she is not making, to him, she's not making the effort to be around the kids. While Randy was adamant Libby blew his money on drugs, even Libby's mother denied all claims by the former NFL player. Libby's mother said her daughter did not have a problem when the former NFL player took to his social media to slam Libby in 2016. In response, Libby's mother claimed Randy posted a picture from law firm Horrick, Talley, Parr, and Louds, PA, which stated Libby must comply with the recommendations of a doctor before a judge will allow her to visit her kids again, as Libby was restricted from visiting her own kids. Why? Okay, mom, if his claims are untrue, why is the judge keeping her from seeing the kids? You got to ask yourself that. Why is the judge keeping her from seeing the kids? Because he doesn't believe she's clean. After the split with his longtime girlfriend, Libby, Randy is now married to Lydia Moss. The couple tied the knot in 2015. Former NFL player, now ESPN analyst, seems glad for whatever he has now. In 2008, Randy thanked his wife for taking care of his children as her own during the Pro Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I think this is, because I've seen this before. I knew a female who was actually paying her baby's father child support. And all she would do is sit around and smoke weed and go hang out with her boyfriend, go to the clubs on the weekend. Just really made no effort to be a part of her kid's life. Now, if that was a dude, they would call him a deadbeat. they will say that he's not trying hard enough, that he's not doing enough to be a part of his kid's life. I think Randy feels like he is doing what is best for his kids. Now, he has a son who's in college now. He had a daughter. I don't know if she's still in college now. He has another daughter who plays basketball. Like, most of his kids are athletes. They're athletes. And I think he wants them in the best environment possible. But I think that Libby had issues. I don't know if she's gotten over those issues, but I think this is one of the reasons he never married her. I think another reason was because the relationship was toxic. I think Randy just knew in his mind that I can't marry this person. You know, this relationship is too toxic. And if you look at his baby's mother, man, just look at her. Like, there's an old picture of her when she was actually more in shape. And I could see why Randy, you know, was into her. I may put it in the video. She actually, you know, was slimmer. Might have been a little thick. You know how you brothers like them. You know, she looked a lot better back in the day than she does now. That metabolism has hit south. Okay. So that played a part into it as well, because I believe her and Randy was still off and on a bit. But I don't think Randy was going to settle down with her because you know, look at the lifestyle he has now. He's not in the NFL, but he is an ESPN analyst, which means he's in the public eye, and he wants a lifestyle that matches that. So you look at his wife now, who is a black female. She matches what his lifestyle is now, unfortunately. Okay? And also, I just think that because she got addicted to substances years ago, I think that put the kibosh on any type of marriage. And there are people still writing articles to this day wondering why he never married her. Where if you look at the fact that years ago she got addicted, the fact that she just does not look the way she did when they first got together, I think Randy felt like he needed to move on, and he did move on. And he made sure that those kids was in an environment where they can thrive and be successful with the woman that he is with. And you don't hear the kids complaining. You don't. And I think that Randy did what was in the best interest of his kids and himself.